Mate, you're treading in dangerous territory. What's going on here, mate?
What?
What are you growing in there?
Ah, you think? Actually,
What
I'm
do you
sure.
mean I think? Anybody who looks
the
at
police,
that-
the police choppers.
Yeah.
Forever over here, you know,
Yeah.
because it is the west of Melbourne, obviously.
Yeah.
So
And you're the king
it
of the west.
surprises me that I haven't had a knock on the door of a night time because this glows like someone's gone something they shouldn't be.
Okay. Oh, the happy straw.
Yes, something similar to that.
Okay.
But no, we don't grow that.
You don't.
And that's my wife, not me.
Yeah, blame
So-
her. That's right. Okay. So,
So-
what are we doing here? So this is the beginnings of her new adventure.
Well, yeah, look, I mean, without pushing her into it,
Yep.
she's decided to take on seed raising.
Yep.
And to get it right, you know, obviously where we're growing it doesn't have a great deal of light.
Okay.
So when she first started, I thought, I'm not going to go down the path yet until I see that she's getting some success.
Yeah.
They were reaching for the light. So I thought, okay, I'll get a set of full spectrum lights. And then to get some warmth,
So you let her go down the path on her own.
I said, well, you
Unassisted by you. You let her just sort of stumble
so
and
they're going to
bumble.
need more light. So you're going to need to take them out into the sun during the
Okay.
day and bring them back in
Yep.
out of the cold
And
night air.
And she did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And they were still getting a bit leggy.
yeah. Okay.
So
not
I
enough
thought,
light.
you know what?
They need some.
I'm going to help her out here. So let's get some
Full spectrum lights.
They were cheap as chips.
Yep.
They're on a timer. We've obviously got a couple of heat mats underneath as well.
How often? Sorry for cutting you off. How often are you running the lights? Is that 24/7 at the moment?
24 at the
Until
moment.
they germinate and hit hard.
Yep.
Okay. What do
And
you
once
got?
they're up, then they go into the greenhouse.
Okay.
We've got that set between 18 and 20 degrees. So at the moment, it's a little hard to.
Yeah.
you know,
to get the temperature
yeah,
up on
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah. But that's enough still
but of
for this
course
time of the
it's-
year.
It's
And they
producing-
popped. What do you got? What do you got growing? Monkey pearl. Is that what they call it? And
Wild sweet tomatoes.
Skittles and.
wild sweet
You
tomatoes.
got no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Yes, I do. I'm trying to ignore you.
What's that? So these are tomatoes.
Granny's throwing tomato.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, they're a cool one.
Two Marie's big ones and 3 striped Romas.
Oh, she did ask me for the big malakas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I came
Oh.
and look at this. A typical Greek, not a typical Greek. Normally we come with gifts, and I came empty-handed today.
Oh, well, you know.
Well, you'll be visiting my place very
Yeah,
soon
yeah.
anyway
We'll
for the
sort that
workshops.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, so from there, once they're up and they've got at least the first set of seed leaves and the start of the next adult leaf,
Yep.
then they go up to the greenhouse.
Right, you got
But
a-
she's doing a really good job. And what she's done,
You got a greenhouse.
yeah, I'll show you.
Okay.
But hang on.
Well, what has she done?
Better still,
Go back here.
Well,
No, go back
oh, yeah,
here.
yeah. So I've explained to her how important it is to save your own seeds.
Yes.
Because you get to build genetics in your seeds because they become acclimatised to your rainfall, you know, your weather conditions, your soil pH, etc., etc. And you tend to build, if you harvest from the best plants each year on year, you obviously
You'll
get
always
bigger,
get a-
better yielded
Yeah,
plants.
yeah, exactly.
So that's what she's doing. So,
So she's picked the biggest of
you know,
pods.
so we're harvesting beans and whatever else that we're growing.
Yeah.
And what we've done is well, Kerry has, she's arranged this in alphabetical order, and she's put spring, summer, winter, or A for all.
Yep.
And
a
you can
collection
simply
of
go to
seeds.
all of them and know straight away.
So you
she's
might-
also keeping a diary.
It's important, so
Yeah.
you can understand what you because our memories, you know, with so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
information,
that's
we can't store everything in there.
Yeah.
So the point here is that you might not be able to have your own seed to start with if you haven't got any friends or family who've got seed.
Yeah.
But at least if you buy some good quality heirloom seeds, if preferably
And
that.
that's the key to success, heirloom
Yes.
seeds, because if
Yes.
you buy F1 hybrids, what happens is they'll revert back to one or another of their parent plants.
Exactly.
Whereas the
Heirloom,
heirlooms are open pollinated and they tend to stay true to type.
They do.
Not always, but most times they do.
Most times they do,
Yeah.
and so it's on the packet, folks. You'll find on the packets of seeds if you've never bought a packet of seed. If it's an F1 hybrid, it'll have the letter F with the number 1 next to it,
Yeah.
and they're types that have been actually cross-pollinated.
And they're
all
okay to
together.
grow. They're okay to grow, but you
yeah.
just don't harvest the seed from them because you'll be sorely disappointed. You'll really waste your time because they're not going to give you an F1 Green Dragon broccoli.
Exactly. It'll turn into a rag plant wrapper or something like
So
that.
that's it.
Still edible. I mean, the leafy plants are there, but you don't get the heads on them.
And they're often not as vigorous not as disease resistant, and et cetera, et cetera. You know?
Yeah.
So the heirloom varieties have been naturally pollinated over time and been saved by gardeners like us, and we pass them on for year after year.
And you
So
get
that's
plenty
what
of
it
those
is.
on our website anyway. We're in the backyard, folks, and it's been a while since I've come in here. Now, I remember last time I delivered some soil, but you've obviously added manures to it and mulch and all that. How has the soil performed for you?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
This is the
have a look
planting
at-
mix?
Have a look at daikon radish, mate.
Have a look at that.
I mean, I'd be happy.
It's
if
jumping
you-
out of the ground, mate.
If you carefully,
Yeah,
that one over the back there, if you carefully pull that up,
the back one.
yeah.
And we'll put it back in again.
No. Take it home. Gift.
A gift.
Yeah.
So this is the planting mix, but you also use hooflung dung? Or is that the other one?
Flung dung,
And-
is the mulch.
Is the mulch.
Yep.
So
So
this
give
is
it
the
a bit of
beauty.
a wiggle.
Yeah, I will. 1 second, I just want to lift the skirt up, mate. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Here she comes. Oh, what a beauty. And that's in our planting mix at the bottom.
That's it.
Wow. How cool is that, eh?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is really good. How many of you
And I
harvested
might
like
point
this?
out, this is something very... See how
It's got a
the soil
twist?
is stuck
Oh,
to all those roots? That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
we call a rhizosheath.
Yes?
That's full of bacteria and fungi that is... By the way, look at the worm that's just popped
Hanging
out
off
of
the
the
end
side
of
of
it.
that.
So what are you doing to me?
So that's extremely healthy soil with that rhizosheath
Yep,
down
running
the,
through it.
That's very, very good to see, let me
So
tell you.
what you're saying is leave this on here, huh?
Oh, and I put it back in the soil.
No, I'm
but-
taking it home, mate.
Yeah, look, the rhizosheath is
it's
fantastic.
yeah.
Actually, I did a post this morning about, when you're pulling out spent plants,
Yep.
obviously a root vegetable, you retrieve it, you
Yeah.
take it out of the ground.
Yeah.
But if it's something like a lettuce or what have you, instead, don't pull the roots out as well. Just get a sharp knife or a pair of secateurs and just beneath the soil, cut it off and leave the roots in the ground. That's
Stay over
exactly
here.
what needs to have to...
Stay in.
That's what,
Go on.
I don't know who this bloke is, but
Go on.
that's exactly what will give you great soil because it adds back organic matter. That's vital, you know.
It's
so,
100%,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so
Always
the planting mix
and
I can't
sometimes they
split.
sucker up again, you know.
Oh, they
they'll
do.
spread-
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes they do. If they don't, well, you know, it's going to decompose. And
So one of
everything
the
else
other
is gonna-
changes that I've made, obviously, I've lifted up the beds.
Wow, it has changed a lot. I mean,
it has.
you've raised all the beds
Yep.
because in the past you didn't have the concrete either here.
No.
And then you had the beds on the ground, but by pouring the concrete, it was all too low.
Yep,
So now you've raised it, so you're 400 up,
yep.
and you've got no lining underneath or anything.
No, straight
just
on the soil.
Straight onto the soil, the existing
I've
soil. you
also
had.
taken out the drip, and I'm now irrigating from the top. And
Explain to me.
okay, so none of these plants are native to here, and they need a far bigger rainfall than we give them.
Yep, I'm going to come
So
around.
when you water by drip,
Yeah.
and I hear all the things about, evaporation and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. There's
Well,
valid points to that.
Let me tell you something about these plants,
Yeah.
these leaves.
Okay.
They are uniquely designed to capture water and deliver it exactly where the plant needs it.
Well, thank
So if
God
you're
they're
not-
growing from the centre of the plant. Otherwise, if they were growing
So
on
if
the
you're not
plant,
watering from above,
they're not going to catch any
how
water.
are they going to deliver the water they need?
Well, if you leave it a dry zone, by all means, spray the hell out of
The
them.
drip's hit and miss.
Yeah.
So, and what happens is that the soil, the bacteria that
Yeah.
lands from in the air onto
Yeah.
the leaves
Yeah.
never gets a chance to be washed off back
Yep.
down into the soil where it's
Yep.
supposed to be.
Yep. These
Impact
do it.
sprinklers, that does it.
Or a garden hose.
And I've now, a garden hose, yeah. But
That's
that's what
true.
I was doing. I was spending an hour to
Watering
an hour
by
and a
hand.
half every day.
So we have no issues with overwatering above
No.
or overspraying. Well, you're not too concerned about
No,
that
no,
either. And if you've got a
Adds
decent...
humidity and
Good. I mean,
know.
in my field where I am in the open there, it's a little bit hard
Yeah.
because you'll find with the high winds that we have, I'll still have to go out there and maybe water it.
Yeah.
But the drip system, I reckon a combination.
well, absolutely. I mean, I've got
you can't
drip
get-
underneath the trees.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to get this to, and if it's a completely filled garden, you'll get a lot of water on it, but you'll have some hit and misses at the end of the day.
Yeah, but the
leaves will-
fact is the water, the leaves capture the water
And
and,
it brings
they
it to
deliver
the
it
seed.
down where it needs, to the drip line of where they. That's the thing, So and these are configurable. They're now on Wi-Fi. I can set these via phone no matter where I am.
They've got a little,
and there are.
a little speaker to play
Inside.
music
No,
too,
no,
because
no.
plants love music, mate.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm not.
Yeah, well.
I'm not taking. You know that.
Yeah, of course,
It's true.
of course, yeah.
Vibrations.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely.
Good.
So, yeah,
Look,
yeah.
I love the idea of the impact sprinklers. I'm just concerned about the configuration here. Is it going to be able to get everywhere?
You want to see it turned on?
All right, let's do it. Because I'm used to impact sprinklers reaching at 10 metres, 15 metres. Do we need to get out of here first?
Yeah, you do, probably.
Is this like one of the...
Place that away.
This is similar to your possum trap thing with the laser?
No,
It just follows you wherever you go?
No. But this is very handy, and I've got 3 sprinklers that do pretty well the whole place,
You
the
managed
whole
to...
backyard.
Excellent.
So are we ready?
Yeah, I don't feel confident where I'm standing. You know, what I'm going to do is this.
No.
Okay.
So I'd be moving exit stage left. I think the cameraman's going to it's going to come around and get you.
It's a full 360.
Watch the strawberries, by the way. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
configurable.
That's cool. Oh, look, I'll give you credit to that. It's water at the top. You got a hole in the bottom so they can all drip down to the next level. Good. It's going to swing back now. Perfect.
Now I have run that for just 10 minutes a day at the moment.
That's cool. I get that.
And if you look up the other end,
You got the other
there's
tree.
the other.
Wait, no, it's going to... No, I can't go. I can't get out of here. It's just, you're lucky I saved you, mate. You got this on your bloody timer, on your phone.
Yep. And I can be in your place and still operate these.
They're not expensive at all, huh?
I did this for under a couple of $100.
Yeah.
So,
And you ran it back to your main lines?
Yep.
And that's including the software.
yeah. Software's just an app.
downloadable. It's an app.
Yeah. So how cool. So I'll turn that off.
It's an app connected to where? To your
It's got a
tap.
dongle inside
Oh, that's
that
true.
communicates to the timer. And I'll show you the timer.
yeah. You got the timer going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, by the way, apples.
Yeah, I noticed
We've
it's
got
still
some
on the
grafting
tree.
and pruning workshops.
Coming up, folks. We got
So-
some. If anybody wants to get involved in our fruit tree workshops, Craig's going to be joining
If
us.
you want to learn how to add some varieties to your trees,
Like these.
and I've now only just starting to pick the last of the late apples, Granny Smith.
Yep.
That's got 12 varieties on it that are early, mid and late.
Yep.
Come on down to Vasilis. Get online to vasilis.com.
Yep. VasiliSgarden.com. We've got the. If I can remember, the
The
13th. The 13th, 20th, and 22nd.
Yes, correct.
So the
Yep.
3 workshop dates that we're doing
Yep.
there, hosting them together, Craig and I, all things about grafting, fruit trees, whatever you need to learn about fruit trees, hands-on as well. So you'll be doing some pruning out in the fields there and maybe planting
May
a couple
even
of trees.
rework a couple of branches out inside the orchard
and graft some so you get a chance to get it.
Don't miss it.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
miss
miss it because the first 5 have been booked out.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to eat the apples too today. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Marisi.